Audio article by the Common Constitutionalist entitled Self-Deportation Beginning Ahead of Schedule. Yesterday, in the first segment of my weekly podcast, I recalled for the listeners a story of which I simply switched on my TV. There I saw on Fox News Bill O'Reilly speaking with Geraldo Rivera about illegal immigration and deportation. He retold in brief the story of Guadalupe García de Rayos, a Mexican illegal alien who was recently deported. Geraldo said quite correctly that this spectacle was all over the news. Everyone was covering it. He then turned to Bill and said that this incident was only one of 11 million. He explained that this leaves 10,999,999 to go. He asked O'Reilly if America is ready and willing to witness the tragedy of millions being deported every day on the evening news and thousands of websites. In my podcast, as well as many articles I've written on the subject, I exclaimed that this will not occur. It didn't occur when President Eisenhower oversaw the deportation of millions of illegals, and it won't occur this time. I'm certain of it. During his career in real estate, the Trumpster took pride in projects coming in under budget and ahead of schedule. Well, it looks like he's doing it again. The leftist media are all broadcasting scenes of illegal men, women, and children hiking over the border in waist-high snow and sub-freezing temperatures, thanks a lot, global warming, from the United States to Canada. Each one of these sites regales the readers with tales of woe of undocumented migrants having to brave the elements to hoof it to Canada rather than get swept up in the Trump dragnet. And this is the funny part. I don't mean it's funny that these people put themselves and their families in danger of the elements. It's not funny, ha-ha. It's funny, fascinating. I find it incredible that so far I have found not a single lefty site that sees the irony of what they are reporting. They are making our case for us. This is exactly what I and many others have been preaching for years. If you build it, they will come. If you provide free refuge and everything else, they will come. If you take it away or even threaten it in a manner they will believe, they will go of their own accord. It's called self-deportation, folks, and the left in their blind ignorance is documenting these successes virtually every day, and it's priceless. Doing just a cursory search of the interweb, I found page after page of accounts documenting, pardon the pun, the march of illegals making the trek into Canada to seek asylum from that fiend Trump. Time.com reported on February 19th that, quote, Reuters photographer Christine Mushy, maybe it's Muskie, has captured several scenes of people trekking through snowy woods to cross the U.S.-Canada border by foot and entering Hemingford, Quebec. Among her subjects are people from Yemen and Sudan trying to get into Canada after losing hope of obtaining legal status in the U.S., unquote. They added that, quote, on Friday, that's February the 17th, 8 people who said they were from Sudan made it across the border to Canada as U.S. Border Patrol tried to stop them, unquote. May I ask why? Why in the heck are we trying to stop them? I suppose one reason might be that we suspect, as Trump says, that they are bad dudes and may attempt re-entry later, but other than that, just let them go. The Washington Post reports that in January alone there were 452 claims of asylum on the Quebec border. That's almost 4 times the amount of the same time last year. They added that, quote, with so many migrants willing to traipse through the ice and snow to reach Canada, there are concerns that the numbers could soar with the advent of spring, unquote. Well, let's hope so. Now, I don't know whether this was predicted and planned this way, but Trump's plan is working better than I had hoped. Just look at what little he has had to do. Trump talks tough about a crackdown on illegals and a step-up of deportations. ICE goes out, does a few raids, and deports a few illegals, and the dolts in the press publicize it everywhere, wholly unaware that they have become unwitting allies of Trump. illegals witness the hysteria in the press and decide to turn tail and run. If this was planned, it's a masterful stroke. Thank you for listening.